Warning: the following video contains material that may be harmful or traumatizing to some audience. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hi, my name is Pastor Valerie Moore at Set Free with Divine Intervention, and today we have the wonderful Prophetess Freeman. They came all the way down from, where'd you come down from? Chino. She came all the way down from Chino. She has some amazing books that she have wrote, and we just want to talk to her for a bit. So would you tell us a little bit about what you're doing today?
Well, what I'm doing today is basically doing a brief interview regarding my books, She Got Up, as well as my new release, Because of His Grace. We'll talk a little bit about that today.
Okay, which one? Or both?
Both. Both. I mean, not that kind of sign, but just both.
We
will correct
that part.
Yeah,
we from Long Beach now.
We don't do
You're
that.
originally from Long Beach, and you did the...
I'm not. I'm not. Please forgive me. I'm not doing the sign, you guys. Please forgive me. I was just trying to say both.
Peace.
You know. She says a peace.
Okay.
Yes. But first and foremost, I'd like to thank you for inviting me to be on your platform. I truly appreciate it. Blessings. Yes.
A wonderful, great woman of God. We can start right now.
Okay. Actually, I'm here. I want to start off with the book, She Got Up. I don't know if you've heard about the book that I've written. It's because of my domestic violence survivor, being a survivor of domestic violence. And it started 2017. It's about me, and I needed for the people to hear, to help bring healing and deliverance, to bring change in the lives of the people through the writing of the books that God has given me to write, and to be set free as well. And I found out later, even in my time of domestic violence, after the fact, I didn't realize so many people were dealing with domestic violence in relationships, non-relationships, physical, mentally abuse, and so on. And what I've experienced was a physical, mental, and emotional abuse in this particular relationship years ago. And in this particular book, She Got Up, is actually on Amazon. We have copies as well in our location. And the purpose of She Got Up is to express the events that took place, to also help others to get up in their situation as well, no matter what it is, but having faith to believe that you can. Now, one of the testimony stories out of the book She Got Up is about actually asked me for some money. This is like a scenario that took place. He asked me for money one day. I was in my kitchen cooking, and I shared with him, I said, no, I don't have any money to give you. He didn't like my response. So he looked at me, and as I was looking, I looked at him as well, and as I was, cooking on the stove, and he came across to me, and he just came over and just pushed me against the wall and pinned me against the wall, and because he was upset because I didn't give him any money that he asked for. And so it was painful. And he did not until after a while. And then as he released me from the wall, as I was walking away from him, he grabbed my right arm and he twisted my arm all the way to the back and almost broke my arm. And I did share with him that I was hurting. He didn't hear me. I said, no, I'm hurting, let me go. And so when he finally let me go, I left. I grabbed my keys and I left. I was in my pain and I was hurting, wasn't focused. I was crying and going through this.
What gave you the courage to actually, was that the first time he abused you?
This is the actual first time physically, not mentally.
Okay. So what gave you the courage to finally say, you know what, now you're hitting me, I gotta go?
I actually left to go to the doctor.
Okay.
And I went to the ER, and I'll tell you about the escape that God made a way for me. This particular situation happened before the next story I'm about to share with you, the testimony. I went to the doctor, drove with one arm, and I was in the place where in domestic I was scared, nervous, didn't know what to do, and the doctor asked me what happened. I was protecting him. Who does that? But I was in it, right? And so I told him I failed. I didn't fall. And so just to protect myself and him and my sons. And so it was a sprain, close to a break that happened. And so came back with a sling on, you know. Then I get back to the location at my house. He was calm, like nothing ever happened. He had on the Passion of Christ, the TV, the movie, and sitting there like suddenly like so calm, like it didn't exist. And so I'm like, okay, what just happened here? So it had me to think like, okay, this is weird. Even though the part about the arm and the, you know, and the pushing on the wall and all of that. After that happened, we sat down. What got me back to that place, he said, well, it won't happen again. He was so nice about it. So convincing. Words. So convincing, like, oh, it's not gonna happen. I love you. Oh no, I care about you. That type of thing. And I fell for it again. You know, I fell into that place of that voice, thinking it's okay.
But once a man or anybody actually hits you once, and you allow it and don't do nothing about it, they actually keep on.
Right.
Yeah, more and more.
Yes.
Some women actually die.
Right. And that's true. And like days went on, I'm gonna jump to the part because I want you to get the book and be able to read it and see it.
Don't tell the whole book.
I can't tell you the whole book, you guys, okay?
No, you won't buy it.
You know, right?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna give you one more testimony. That's it. You have to buy the book, okay?
Amen.
And amen. And support the vision of God. This particular scenario took place. This was my exit. So I'm not gonna tell you everything else. I'm just gonna share the exit part. I felt like, Lord, like you mentioned, a person, how can they get out of this situation? Will they be able to get out? Do they want to get out? I said, God, this is not the life you have for me. I don't want this lifestyle. I looked at my sons. I said, no, this is no. When I looked at my sons, it's a wrap.
That'll do it.
That right there, like, no. And so one day, God showed me a dream. He showed me this dream about this man, how he was dressed with a stick, one of the broomsticks, without the broom part of it. And sure enough, the following night, he came knocking on my door. My sons were gone out of town. I had boxes in the front room. The Lord told me to move, right? I didn't tell him because God was guiding me. And I'm laying on the couch. The door has the window where you can see through it. He saw me on the couch. Open the door, I see you. I was so nervous. I was scared, honestly, because he was here. My sons weren't there. It was just me at night. And I said, Lord, I didn't move until God told me to move. I'm like, God, what am I gonna do? I whispered to the Lord. And the Lord said, after a while, he said, open the door. And I said, open the door? He told me to get up and open the door. And I did. As I'm walking to the door, the Lord's speaking to me about, you know, my demeanor and how he was, my body language, he was.
Don't tell no more.
I'm not telling anymore. That's it. That's
it. You have to buy the book.
Yes.
Now tell them how to buy the, you know, your
book. Oh, you can actually, I was about to get to the other part. She goes, cut. Okay. So basically, you can get the book on Amazon. It's also on Amazon, Barnes & Noble as well. You can find it. And yes, on Amazon, social media.
And you have a couple of other books.
I do have other books as well. After the She Got Up book that was written, the next book was written called Get Up. That's a 58-day motivational journey. Each day is to inspire you. It's faith-based, a word for each day in 58 days. It's time to get up. She got up, you can too. The next one is to motivate, to inspire, and to empower you to get up. Some people say it is a simple word, just get up. No, it's more behind the get up.
That's right.
You know, and so after that particular book was written, the Lord spoke to me about another book. I'm like, Lord, thank you. And you can also find it on social media as well, on Amazon, Barnes & Nobles as well. And this particular book, recently a new release, which will be is actually out now on Amazon, and we also have it in our inventory as well. And this particular book, I am actually doing my first book signing, which is this Saturday. You gotta say, what? This Saturday.
This Saturday.
This Saturday.
This Saturday.
I'm gonna tell you where and what time. So you can't tell me, I didn't know. No, you're gonna know today. Like right now. This particular book signing of the book is called, should I tell them now?
Tell them now.
Tell them now. Okay. It's Because of His Grace. Because of His grace. I want you to take a moment and think about that. What happened in your life and you said, wow, because of His grace. And this book is also found, like I said, Amazon, Barnes & Nobles as well. And I do speaking engagements, platforms, conferences as well. I'm available. Just let me know when.
She preach.
I preach the gospel as well.
She preach. She preach.
Yes, I preach.
Forgiveness.
Yes.
First Chronicles what? Or Second Chronicles?
First Chronicles 7:14.
7:14.
If
my people
who are called
by my
name
will what?
What?
What were they gonna do?
Well, I don't know. You tell me what they're gonna do.
If my people are called by my name, will what? Humble
themselves
and do what?
Seek,
pray, and seek my.
There's 4 steps.
Seek my
face
and what? Turn from their wicked ways.
Yes. Then He will
hear
from
where and what?
And what?
Heal
their
the
land.
Amen. Amen. Give God a hand clap.
But real quick, God is so faithful though. He's amazing God. I love God. Everything that's been written was inspired by God. And because of the event, He tells me to write. He would talk with me and I would talk with him, have this conversation because we have a relationship. And it's so important to have a relationship with God. And when the Lord spoke to me, I sat at the desk and I said, Lord, this is your book. I need you to write this book. How you want it formatted, everything. He did it through me. Even though the event took place in my life, but He helped me to write it. So it's so important. It's not just a book you just write and let me just write what I want to write. That's not the case. It's a purpose on every book that's written and what the lives and what God has given me to do for the people. Right. Because it's to plant seed in somebody else's life for healing, deliverance, to be free, and bringing forth change in the lives of the person through the writing of the book.
Right.
And so now this particular book, she got up. But because of His grace, the book signing is held this Saturday on the 12th at 3 p.m. at the location, The Book Jewel. Once again, The Book Jewel at 6259 West 87th Street, Los Angeles. Once again, The Book Jewel, 6259 West 87th Street, Los Angeles. Now, the particular book regarding Because of His Grace is one woman faces life's adversity through her faith. It takes faith to get through the adversity of life.
Yes.
Because of His grace and His mercy.
Yes.
He loves us so much. A lot of times we take His grace for granted.
A lot of times.
And we shouldn't take the grace of God for granted. He graced me. I had so many encounters of life, near-death situations, just places in life. His grace is sufficient.
And He never left.
And He's never left.
Amen. His
grace. Because when you
read
social media?
What's your social media?
My social media, you can find Instagram, and also my Facebook page, Janice Freeman. And when you see Janice Freeman, so many Janice Freeman comes up. So the picture will show she got up, and that's me. You can find me here. And also, if you like to write and connect with me, you can write my email, she got up, 3, 3@gmail.com. Once again, shegotUp3@gmail.com. We also have the website shegotup.com. You can go on and look at the website and get information for contact numbers, as well as everything that you need. And also, once again, you can book me through the website as well. We do conferences, workshops. Also, I didn't tell you this, we have something else new coming up under She Got Up. You want to share?
Share.
I don't want to overwhelm you, but God is so faithful, allowing it to flow. Right now, I am available. I say I'm available, but we have to look at the calendar. I am open to do, under my new academy, She Got Up Academy, first course is called Picking Up the Pieces for Your Life. It's an 8-week course, and I do group as well as one-on-one, a lot of groups and group conferences that God has put on my heart to do. And this is one of the things that helped me through my process of getting up through my domestic violence situations. Picking up the pieces. What pieces do you need to pick up in your life to go on? So it's very thorough, and to give you something to think, to reflect on, to get it from that place. So definitely reach out to me, talk to me. I'm okay, I won't bite, but I want to see change in your life and let God do a turn. But it's going to take you and your faith to get to that place that you have to want it for that change to happen. I'm standing with you in agreement, but I'm here. But let's win together.
Amen. And that was all the way from Chino, California, Prophetess Dr. Freeman. And please, wait a minute. How much the books cost?
$20.
$20. Come on. $20. We can do that. We can buy all 3. $20. Amen. To get blessed today.
This is an excerpt from Prophetess Janice Freeman's book, Because of His Grace. Chapter 13, He Helped Me Win. Jesus, He helped me when I was down. He helped me when no one else would. When I needed a friend and felt like giving up. He helped me when I couldn't make sense of things. When I needed to be held, when I was on the streets. He helped me when tears fell from my eyes. I needed understanding. Couldn't go to anyone else. He helped me when I struggled with myself. He helped me when I didn't know how to love me. He helped me when I failed, when I needed encouragement. When I was at my lowest, I needed help. He helped me when I couldn't see, as I took all the blows, blow after blow. He helped me when I raised my children, when I was lonely, disappointed. He helped me when I was rejected by man, abused, needing comfort. He helped me when I needed healing, when I needed peace and joy, when I needed to smile. He helped me as I searched for purpose, and then I prayed. He helped me when I needed protection, when I needed to forgive, when I needed a father. He helped me when I needed to fight, to stand, to overcome. He helped me.
No, but some people are rough, especially in Long Beach.
Yes.
So, so if you come with all that nice stuff, I've already been through a lot.
Yes. I've
been getting beat down, and here you come. How you gonna approach me?
Right. You know what happened is because my experience.
Okay.
Because I've been working with a lot of different people.
Okay.
Different scenarios, different attitudes, and different mindsets.
Do you get the rough ones?
The rough ones. I do. But you know what? But I have a way, the Lord allowed me a way to approach them.
Communicate with them.
Right, communicate with them, right. And so, yeah, it's some rough ones. But I think
so what do they do? Can you give us an example of, you know, here I am, I'm trying to help somebody.
But you know what? You get a person, you know, that
and they attack me.
They're hurt. That's because their wall is up.
Hurt people hurt others.
Right. But they think, okay, they'll try to latch out because of their hurt, their pain.
Okay.
They're speaking, responding to their pain.
Okay.
Because they don't know how to actually take that cover wall off yet. They're not going to bring that wall down just because you're standing before them at that first moment.
So what do you do?
Talk to them, find out where they're at, and listen.
Okay.
You know, when you're hearing them, you're hearing that cry, and you're paying attention to that voice, that hurt voice. You know, because something took place in order for them to get to that hurt place, and they've been holding it for many years.
So it's like
when they express themselves, you peel.
You gotta peel.
You gotta peel just like a coat. Okay. How many coats do you have on? Wow. What kind of coat? There's so many different types of coat you have on you. It could be the coat that cover everything else, that tight coat, that short coat, for different reasons. For different reasons. That coat, label them in certain things in their life, of situations. That's a label coat. What coat are we talking about now? What coat are we addressing now? That coat of prostitution. Wow.
Or drugs. My coat was drugs.
Right, because
selling drugs.
We have on many coats.
So how do you get to somebody like me? How do you get to this rough person, this rough neck, and here I am,
I'm gonna tell you.
And I'm selling drugs, and here you come and you approach me somewhere. How are you going to peel off the layers where now I'm vulnerable?
In a place of that roughness, that tough coat, when I address, is a way of authority.
Okay. God's authority.
God's authority. And then that God's authority.
Because it ain't going to work with your authority.
No, it's not.
Because the people are already rough.
No, they're already rough. That's that. Without God, and that's without God's authority. You got to address in a way of God's authority, being firm. In the firm, of love. You know, so it has to be that.
Everybody melts with love.
Yes. And so, and when you're giving that person attention, that you're here and you're showing that you're listening, and you're giving them that place in that space of release. But it's going to take a moment to see they can actually give you what they have on the inside. When they release something out of them into you.
Come on, doctor.
Into you, they expect you to carry it with love.
That's right. That's right.
And with respect.
That's right.
And with trust.
Yes, Lord.
That brokenness.
Yes, Lord.
That's where the peace is.
Oh, she about to start, y'all.
That
she
peace,
about to prophesy. She's crying.
That peace needs to be picked up.
Yes, Lord.
That one piece has to be identified, to be addressed carefully, to get to that next piece to be picked up, to be brought back together as a whole. You have to treat each piece differently.
Gentle.
Yes. To bring it back into that place of wholeness.
Restoration.
Yes. And that's a place when after all of that, it takes time in a season. Everybody's healing process takes time.
Right.
Once that person is so in place, in tune with you now, they can trust you and like, okay, this person is really for me. Then they allow you to hug them.
And it's done.
It's done.
It's done.